Hey guys, I'm Zadi the Esquire. For this video, I'm about to show you guys how I achieved this flawless base. Did I come up with the word blend? I'm pretty sure if you look in the dictionary next to the word blend, this face is there. I'm gonna show you how to achieve this flawless base today. Make sure you like, make sure you comment during the video, at the end of the video. Shoot right now, comment if you want to. Subscribe and click that notification bell so you can make sure you're aware every single time I upload. Do all of that. I'm sure you're just sitting right now. You can pause the video and do all that right now as we speak. Come back. I'm gonna still be sitting here. Just pause the video, go do that, come back. I'm gonna still be sitting here. Stay tuned. I'm about to show you how to achieve this base. I'm about to show you step-by-step products I use, everything. Just keep watching. Okay, we're gonna get this started. I'm super excited because this is my first video. Okay, put my hair back because this is really complexion focused. As y'all can see, I already did my eyebrows. So first, for a flawless base starts with great skincare. Like, not necessarily you don't have to have perfect skin, but you need to at least have a skincare routine. So first, obviously, you start your foundation routine or your base with a primer. I like to use at least one blurring primer and then one primer that I just can't let go of. So for me, the Cover FX blurring primer is really dirty. I'm sorry. And my nails, my nails are so gross. I've been sticking to the quarantine not getting your nails done, and I've been so tempted by the little Instagram girls, but I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna wait. The first primer I use is a Cover FX blurring primer. I use this in the places where I feel like my pores are the largest. And let me take out my nose ring so it's easy for y'all to see. So I take a little bit and I put it where, so I feel like I have the most pores. Like, obviously most people have the most pores on their nose and in their cheek area, under their eyes. I feel like I have like these little bumps on my forehead, which I'm working to go away. So I just blend that in with my fingers in those areas that I feel like are bumpy, or maybe that are likely to get creasing. I look kind of like deadly right now, but that means it's working, because I feel like I can't really see those same pores that I saw before I put the primer on. Okay, and then this step is kind of like extra, but I just love this Tatcha, the Silk Canvas primer. I really do love it, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I'm going to keep it, as the kids say, a honey with y'all, you know? So this Tatcha Silk Canvas primer is really good. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. I don't think it's like as blurring, of course, as a blurring primer. Like, it makes sure, I feel like it helps my makeup last, all that. But this primer is expensive. I don't remember exactly how much it is. I feel like it was in the $50 range. Don't quote me on that, but it was too expensive for a primer, right? We're never gonna use all this makeup. So I want to get through my stuff that's expensive. So I know y'all noticed I used a whole lot, and of course this Tatcha primer came with that little thing. You're supposed to use like a tiny, like less than dime size amount, whatever. Listen, I got a big head. I have a huge face. Oh my god, I look a mess. Because we want this to be a flawless routine and everything to be seamless, here's my first tip with you guys. Well, not my first tip, because I feel like I put y'all on with blurring primer, but whatever. One of my next tips is to use a full coverage foundation first, or concealer. So the full coverage foundation that I love is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Classic Drugstore Bomb. When they say 24 hours, it lasts 24 hours. I'm pretty sure I tested it in 24 hours. I tested it in Miami Heat at the strip club. Listen, this stuff will not move. Went to a wedding, it will not move. So yeah, so while I'm doing this, I guess I could tell you guys a little bit about myself. So my name is Zadi. if you didn't catch from, like, you know, the little about page or from my name, I'm from Chicago. I just became a licensed attorney. I'm 24. Over time, I'll tell you guys, I have some scars over here too. That's why I'm putting it over here. Over time, of course, I'll tell you guys more about that journey to becoming an attorney, and have done it kind of early, according to some. So yeah, I'm really into like beauty and fashion and things like that, and I felt like I was really creative when I was younger. Like I really like to write poetry. I was one of those kids, my mom was buying me sewing machines, like I wanted to design. Actually, I have a little bit of scar over here. I felt like I was really creative when I was younger, and it's like being in law school and, you know, being an attorney. Well, I just got licensed like literally the first week of May, but being an attorney, like I've done attorney work, obviously, like being a law clerk and stuff like that. You do this pretty much the same work as the attorneys. Okay. Pause and talk about myself for a second because I want to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm patting it in, I would say kind of a swipe, but I'm patting it in. I'm being very light. Like I'm being very light about it because I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to do too much. I'm not sure how to describe it. I don't want to do too much when I'm patting this in because it's gonna turn into like a layer of foundation. You're gonna have to put something else on top of it. And the whole purpose of me doing this step first is to make my face like closer to one shade. So to get rid of that stash, get rid of that scar that came out of nowhere 6 months ago. I felt like being an attorney, a law clerk, like I was losing that creative edge. Like my sister, she's got into Columbia for filmmaking, you know, and it really all like set in for me when I went to, she took me as her +1 to the like it was like an open house. My sister took me as her +1 to the open house. And it was like seeing all those creatives in one room and like listening to the programs that they offer at the school. I'm like, oh my God, like this is perfect for me. But I was actually in the middle of studying for the bar. So it was like, I was like, okay, I'm at a point of no return. Like I'm gonna be a lawyer, but like, I wish I had something else. Like I just felt like incomplete. And even when, like, to keep it real with you all, even when I got my bar results, I was excited in the moment. Of course, I'm emotional. I cried about it. But like the next day, I just felt like there's something still missing. Back to the makeup teaching. After you do that, I set it. So these are my two options. So, you know, the original Laura Mercier translucent powder. So this powder, right? Everybody stands this powder. So then Laura was like, oh, y'all stand it. But I hear the black girls saying they want something. Let me give you that translucent in medium deep. Nope. Medium deep. Gonna go into that. Needed to brush more surface areas, so I picked up this Morphe, not sure what the name is at all. Came in the set. And I'm gonna put a light coating under here. And honestly, so I started doing this because the next step typically for me is eyeshadow. So I'm an eyeshadow before foundation person. That's a whole explanation that I'm not gonna get into, and I will get into in one video, but I'm telling y'all, eyeshadow before foundation is where we stand in this household, okay? So I'm looking in the mirror and I look crazy. So I know I look crazy on this camera, but I swear we all coming together because guess what we're about to get into? We're about to get into the foundation, baby. And this is where the magic happens. NARS Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation, supposed to be 16 hours, lasts. This was that Miami trip I talked about earlier. This lasted on my Miami trip, this NARS. Well, first I want to tell y'all, get 2 blenders wet. Get 2 of them, 2 clean blenders, like wet and spongy and, you know, squishy. So, put it on my face. I don't know if this is a lot or a little to y'all. So, blending with my brush. I am gonna go in like this. So I'm patting in. I don't know if people call this swiping, patting, whatever. I say I'm patting it in. I definitely can already tell. Like I already know when I put it on there that I'm gonna need another layer, like just for my satisfaction. And because this is drying, But when you feel like you look a little dry and you just want a little pep in your step, you can take like a hydrating mist. So I have this Magic Collection Coconut Water Hydrating Mist for face, body, and hair. Not sure where this is from. It's in the beauty room, so I'm using it. And I'm just spraying a little bit on, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And yes, we're that extra household that instead of fanning ourselves with a little piece of paper, we're gonna use an actual fan. And I pat this in. So I do that because not only does it takes off just a little tiny bit like a foundation. It doesn't take it off, but like, you know, if you had some foundation that was just like sitting on top of your skin, it'll kind of work its way off. So next, I'm gonna go in with concealer. And let me tell you something, this is coverage. You gonna look good. You're gonna go in whatever areas you wanna conceal. This is where I conceal. Some areas where, this is another tip, where everybody puts their concealer might not work for you, depending on your age, your face shape, all that. That might not be what's best for you, sis. I put it in these places specifically because this is where I want to be bright. So I'm blending concealer with one of the sides. So, speaking of, oh, and I'm patting once again. No rubbing in. Don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Bring it up to my lid a little bit. You know, I'm not doing eyeshadow or like I said. But I am just going to bring it up to my lid just because I want it to be like a clean canvas. The foundation brush that I use it, and I blend the edges of where that concealer was. Not where I put the concealer, but like the edges of it. So I'm not going to blend right here. I'm going to blend this outside part. And you are going to see a difference. Like, it's kind of like merging it. I will take a super light concealer, like my ColourPop, in a lighter color. And I take it and I put it right here. And I blend in those places. Just blend in that part. And I'm not gonna go over that with anything. I'm just let that be what it be. This is the Match Stick by Fenty Beauty in the color Espresso. For me, this Match Stick in Espresso, the color, like the undertone of it, is more bronzing than contouring. But I blend up into that foundation and concealer area. We need more, you know, educated, competent brown lawyers. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. We need more brown lawyers. We need more Black women lawyers specifically. And so I want to do everything I can. Like, one of the main reasons I became an attorney was to diversify the legal field. Pause the video, put in the comment section what's the next step. If you said pick up that blender with the foundation edge on it, then you were correct, right? We gonna take that foundation edge and just blend over that bronzer contour moment that we just created, right? So, and then when there's no lines, so let me tell y'all, this is with no powder on, and my face is doing what it do, which is be what it be, which is fabulous. I'm using some yellow powder. So here is where your second sponge comes in. Like, I'm gonna get my skin as straight as it can, blend that out, and then quickly pick up this sponge with the powder on it and press it, go dip it in, pat off just a tiny bit, like not even a double pat. Dip it in, pat it, and press it into my skin. Not worrying about any other area but the area that I'm on. I'm being extra today, so I'm gonna bring that under like this. And I'm extra, so even though this doesn't really do a whole lot to me, I'm going to take my Sephora Matte Perfection Powder Foundation in 66 Mocha Spice and just take a tiny bit and go over the areas without concealer. And this is where the bronzing happened. So dip into my bronzer. Fenty Beauty, of course. There's literally no other bronzer. Maybe Anastasia had it with me. This is where I like to, you can be a little, you know, not so structured as you've been the whole makeup routine. This is what I do to add like color, to add like life back into my face. Okay, so I'm back. I just did my hair, took that little wrap out, did a real cute lip combo, mirror check myself. So thanks y'all for tuning in to my first video, my how to achieve a flawless base. I got some bomb content coming for you guys. I got a variety of content. Your girl sis is me, is not a one-trick pony, okay? I got a lot of stuff coming for you guys, and we're so happy that you guys watched all the way through. Yeah, just comment, let me know what you guys want to see, what you want to see more of. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. I'm Zadi, the Esquire. Can't wait to see my next video.